Hello everyone and welcome to the Power 9 Podcast. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts alongside the blood artist Edwin Tan.
Good morning, guys.
No pregnant pauses this week.
No.
We
have a guest today.
Pregnant pause there. Yes, we have a guest today. He likes big butts. His name is Stephen Foley. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Hello.
Welcome, Stephen.
Yeah.
Woo.
May we call you Steve?
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you like big butts, I hear. I understand. Well, it's because you play that Doran deck, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like big butts in the context of Magic.
Doran as in commander?
No. Doran
Modern?
as in modern.
Oh, that's cool.
Modern, yeah.
Modern Doran, and it kicks ass. Like, really just kicks butt.
Doran was my first commander deck, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how he does in Commander, but in Modern he's actually interesting, I think. Yeah.
In modern, it's very consistent.
Yeah.
Man, that card is just...
It's just good.
Rex, yeah.
It does a lot of nothing, though, is the only thing. I mean, I was against the Death and Taxes deck a while ago, and they were just not able to do anything with me because, you know, most of their things have no impact on big creature decks like mine.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, I was just drawing like dead 0/5s all game. It was just a stalemate of draw go for the longest time.
But that's the whole point. Like, if you don't have Doran or you don't have Assault formation,
Sure.
you're kind of stuck, right? I mean, that's the whole point.
But
Anyway, let the people know who you are, what you do, and
Where you're from?
Yeah, where you're from.
Sure. So my name is Steve, and I'm in Singapore here studying in NUS, the university, doing a PhD. I look at tarantula DNA on computers and try to make sense of it. I'm from Ireland, specifically about 100 kilometers south of Dublin, and I think that's pretty much everything, I guess.
What formats do you play?
Oh,
so
what
you play
format?
Magic. You're also, like me, a level 1 judge, yeah?
Yes, I'm a level 1 judge, and I quite like Commander and Modern. I have no idea what's happening in Standard right now, but I do like Commander. I've spent a lot of my time just building various Commander decks.
Okay. So what Commander decks do you... I've never seen your Commander decks, by
That's
the way.
because most of my main one is currently in like 4 different continents being signed by like a bunch of artists.
They're in my head.
Yeah, I remember you were the one who said you want your decks to be signed by the artist.
It's an
foil and signed. This is the
This next
respect.
level.
Yeah,
That's next
this
level.
is the mark of a true Commander player, a true Votos. Like, yeah, they need to be signed and it needs to be foiled.
Bonus points for foreign language like Russian or German.
Oh my
That's-
god. Okay.
If it's not in English, if it's in English, it doesn't count. Right? But yeah, I've seen parts of your Commander deck.
Yeah, you've seen about 50% of it. The 50% that I actually have on my person right now. Yeah, most of it is currently in the US being signed at various GPs. I think I'm getting stuff signed. Someone is getting stuff signed for me at GPLA.
Okay.
So
GPLA.
slowly but surely.
Who's at GPLA though?
Is that GPLA?
Yeah.
I think it is... actually, I'm getting mixed up between LA and Charlotte, but Winona Nelson was definitely at one of those.
Okay.
Yes,
Alright.
who unfortunately had her entire binder of artist proof stolen, I believe.
Yes.
Oh, really?
From the GP New York.
Okay.
I think so.
That was New York, yeah.
Was that in New York? No. That was some other guy, some random dude at New York.
I think
But yeah, I read the news. $15,000. Like,
But how is that guy gonna monetize the artist proof?
I don't know, man.
It's sort of
it's a hit and run. Like, people get this whole idea of
I should get.
these things are really expensive, and they know it is expensive. It's not like but it's a very niche market. You steal
artist
these things,
proofs,
and when you try to sell it, like, you get caught. You'll probably
I'm
get
sure
caught.
you get caught because I think some of the artist proofs are not has not been sold to anyone yet. Like,
And I don't think there's any black market concerning Magic cards. Is there?
You'll be surprised.
You'll be surprised, right? Like artist proofs, and there's
Do you
some.
remember that video? The video on Vice, the Magic documentary on Vice.
Oh
yeah.
So there was this guy who's like flipping his
all his rares and
it's not res, it's like miscuts and then artist proofs and some weird misprints, and then to the end, and he was like saying, I
can't show
realized
you
there's
this.
something that I cannot share on camera. Like,
Oh,
it sounded
man.
like there is a whole
Oh.
black market surrounding cards like that.
It's probably something that they snuck out R&D.
Maybe.
But yeah, okay, I understand that
Like friends
the
of
idea
friends.
of black market. Yeah. But anyway, that's the whole topic for another time. I think we want to dedicate one, especially since somebody got like $15,000 worth of cards stolen from them, and it has been occurring quite
frequently, I think.
Well, it occurs all the time. It's just that it's hit media at least twice, and now 3 times in the last 1 year. So we'll dedicate another episode to that. But we're not here to talk about things being stolen.
We actually have, back to that a little bit, we actually have experiences of one of our friends.
Oh yeah,
that's how we knew him actually, because his binder got stolen.
Yeah, and we were trying to
look for it. Yeah,
I wasn't there that day, but you guys tell me. Yeah, you guys.
That's
tell
how
me
we knew.
it.
That's how we knew him.
Yeah, we should get him on the show about that. Okay. Anyway, talking about the show, you are listening now to the Power 9 podcast, the number one MTG podcast from Singapore, because I believe the number one podcast in Singapore MTG podcast should be, I don't know, Brainstorm Brewery, probably. I like that show. Anyway, I like it a lot. So yeah, you can find us on power9podcast.com. You can find us on mtgcast.com. You can also find us on iTunes or any of your favorite podcast services that you enjoy using. You can also find us on YouTube. Just type in there power9podcast.com. You can also find us on Facebook, facebook.com/power9podcast. You can find us on Instagram, where we showcase our collection of foils at Power9 Podcast. And you can find us on Twitter at Power9 Podcast.
The 9 is a number 9.
Alright, so today we are going to be talking about Kaladesh. We're going to be talking about all the announcements that came out from whacky. But first, we always start off the episode with My Week in Magic. That should be this thing, like we do this like chorus thing, My Week in Magic.
Nope.
I already have it in my head. I know exactly what it should sound like. Anyway, let's start off with Steven.
How was your week in Magic? Did you play any Magic? Did you buy any cards this week?
Did you sell?
Yeah, I had an interesting week in Magic. I played Modern here in Grey Ogre Games on Wednesday.
Yep.
I played my Doran deck.
Yeah.
Won 1 round, lost 2. Yeah, it was kind of funny though, because it was against an Abzan Coco deck, and they got the combo off with Malira and Kitchen Finks. It's like, oh yeah, I gain infinite life. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, name a number. And they were looking at me like, what? I win, right? No, name a number. 6 trillion. Okay, fine. And in my head, I was like, I'm just going to wait, because he's taking cards out of his deck with Collected Company, drawing a few extra cards here and there. I can win this on the long game. I can mill him out.
You can mill him out,
with Doran. And no, then he just... went Card of Calling for Murderous Redcap next turn and just did infinite damage instead, and then it was dead. Yeah. But it was just fun for that moment where he was just so confused. It's like, you mean I don't win? No, you do not.
There are some cases where you don't win, especially when I'm running the Aristocrats deck, and then they don't realize that, Aristocrats affects you too. So you get to gain 1 life, but then, I get to gain 1 life. So you got infinite life, I've got infinite life, and now I'm just going to stare at you and, hopefully...
Wait for timeout.
Yeah, wait for timeout. Like, if you cast your Murderous Redcap, like, I'm going to lose 1 life a turn, but you're going to lose 1 life as well. So then, we are going to go, we're going to go at this, and if you try to combo off, you die. So yeah, that's really quite fun to just look at him, and especially with one
and watch him be
artist.
Confused.
Yeah, if you have 2 blood artists and they just totally forget, like then they die. Then they die, like instant death. So
that sounds amazing.
Anyway, so yeah, what else did you do this week in Magic?
So yeah, I played Modern, and I brainstormed a few ideas for a number of other commander decks.
Which commanders then?
Surak Dragonclaw and Obzedat Ghost Council.
Surak Dragonclaw.
Yeah.
That's the one that can flash in, right?
Yes.
Okay, he gives all your creatures trample, yeah?
He does. He is fantastic. It's just him and a bunch of big stuff. I mean, there's nothing fancy going on. I guess the only interesting thing is, I think, Roshin Meanderer. It's a creature from Lauren block, I think. It has an ability to tap to add 4 to your mana pool, but you can only use it on X spells.
Oh.
So it's a big mana deck with a bunch of big dragons and octopuses and leviathans, and then a big X spells like even Crater's Claws has made its way in there. I think I got it off in a practice run for like X equals 37.
X equals the 37. What do you do? So you untap him? you tap him and then you untap him? Is there...
It's Animist's Awakening helps, I'll admit, to get a bunch of lands into play.
Right.
And then after that, I mean, there's this Rushing Meander tap to add 4, so that's X equals 4 already. You have a bunch of lands, a bunch of Mana Elves, Kiora's Follower to like untap some big mana producing land. It just gets out of hand really quickly. The Obsidat deck is a little more casual, I think, because I don't know if I showed you. I have the altar.
Yes. Oh man, I love the altar. Can I? Okay, you should describe it. Yeah, altar Obsidat. But
you bring it today?
I didn't bring it today, unfortunately.
No, but you have to hear the description. Like, this is fantastic.
Yeah. So it has been dubbed Pubsidat Booze Council by some, not by me. So disclaimer inserted. But yeah, it's basically the Obsidat at a bar table, all holding drinks, because you know the way they have their hands extended like, rawr, I'm gonna, I don't know, kill you or drain your life or something. And then they all have like pints of beer in their hand around this table in a real old style pub setting.
And they look like they're cheering. Man, it is so good. That is...
I built the deck on that theme, so there's a bunch of other cards like Blessed Wine and like Overflowing Chalice and all these like beer related cards.
Who did that altar?
I forget. It was a guy named Mark from the US, but I forget his name.
Oh, okay. So you did it sometime back?
Yeah, I did it sometime back. Credit to my friend Face, who actually came up with the idea. Cool. We were just discussing it one day, and he's like, that would look really good in a bar setting. And then I was like, oh, wow, it would. So I got it commissioned, and it was great.
Oh, yeah, there is a picture of Pubsidat.
That's the very one, yeah.
Oh, there is?
Yeah. This is your card?
That's actually my card, yeah. You'll know by the signature on the bottom left.
Oh, yeah, okay. Man, it is hilarious. Just put in there Pubsidat.
Is this one?
Yep, that's the one. Man, cool. It's so good.
Yeah,
it is just fantastic.
The art actually works into the altar.
So Edwin, anything that you did?
I played standard.
You're converting to standard.
Still not building decks. Just boring decks to play.
Yeah, man.
So this week I was playing Ruben's deck. I wanted to play the Naya mid-range, but then I think he was playing it. So I played Grixis Control.
How'd you do?
It's not bad. Chandra is very good.
Chandra is good.
Yeah, actually. In standard, I think Chandra is very good. I went 2-1. And
what did you lose to though?
I had fun. I lose to Coco. Yep.
Okay.
The one with
the humans.
The one with Displacer.
Oh, okay.
4 color.
All right. Yeah, that one's a little tough. Like, you have to be a little smart. Because does the deck run counter spells? It runs negates, right?
Sideboard. It runs main board. What's that command? Ojutai's command.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you can get rid of...
There's like a counter, yeah. So it's quite cool.
That is a counter, man. Ojutai's command. Yeah, that's really tough.
He managed to like Coco at the end of his turn, and then on his main phase, did a Jace and flashback to Coco. So
that's a lot of creatures.
Yeah.
You could. I mean, if you don't have that languish in hand at that point, I think.
Oh, there is no languish in Ruben's deck.
What?
There is Radiant's Flame though.
No languish.
No, because Kalitas survives Radiant Flames.
Oh, so
I think that was the reason for not having any language in the deck.
True.
Yep. But it's cool. It's a fun deck. Yeah, I think that's about my week in Magic.
Really?
I usually I don't.
You were trying to sell off some cards, right?
Yeah. Well, as usual, live. So I had more important things to do. So, but I still want to play at least once a week. So,
all right.
I chose to play standard.
And hopefully, we're going to play some Commander after this. Yep. But yeah, we've got some work to do on some upcoming content.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that one because
so
this video series.
How was your week?
Well,
of unemployment.
Yeah. Well, I do a lot of streaming nowadays, as you guys might know. Yeah, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, like, we stream Magic-related content. Sometimes on Thursdays. I think from this Thursday onwards, we will be streaming a shit ton of Overwatch, and I mean like a lot of Overwatch.
Is it because Overwatch is like officially released?
Yes, on the 24th. So I'm really excited about that. But I did get to practice.
Overwatch is on Steam, right?
Yeah. No. Overwatch is on BNet. Battle.net.
No idea what's that.
Battle.net.
I'm just gonna assume
Blizzard.
that it's not on the Mac.
You know, you can play it on the Mac.
Really?
Yeah, Battle.net is. Okay, so one thing that Wizards does right is that you have it on Mac and Windows.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna go.
One of the problems that I find with MTGO, which I've been practicing this week, I get to practice, and I'm very bad at it. I realize, is that it doesn't have it on Mac, which is why I haven't been playing it for the longest time. I've been away for the last 2 years.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
And I would have liked to play Magic Online on
a Mac.
Yeah, on a Mac. But, you guys don't give me the opportunity, so I'm not going to do it. I tend to give my opponents a lot of time walks because my finger gets a little itchy. I keep pressing F6 and then it just skips the turn.
I've heard bad things about MTGO.
Oh, man, the interface is just
horrible.
Wonderful. And I put that wonderful with, air quotes.
Air quotes.
But I've been getting better. I've been getting a bit more disciplined with the F2 and the F6 buttons. But it's fun. And I kind of tilt. You can watch me tilt on the stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Okay.
So I get a little angry. And yesterday, not Magic related, but I did play an 8-hour stream of Valkyria Chronicles. Celebrating the remaster. So I'm playing Valkyria Chronicles for the first time, and I just realized that that game kicks your ass, and you can see on the stream like multiple times I have to restart multiple stages because I just don't understand the rules of the game. So yeah.
So basically, you've been doing lots of streaming.
Yeah, I've been doing lots and lots of streaming. I haven't been playing. Managed to sell off a choke, which was very interesting.
It's about time.
Yeah, it's about time. I still have one left. I thought I would sell off both because, in sideboards you'd have at least 2 chokes. But this guy just wanted one, and he specifically wanted the Tempest one, which is the one that I have. So that was kind of weird.
Is he an EDH player?
No, he's not an EDH player. He's a legacy modern player. Well, he does have some EDH decks from what I can tell. But yeah, that was very strange.
Interesting.
He didn't want the cheaper version. No, you got to have all bordered cards. So yeah. Anyway, that's it for our week in Magic. Let's do the announcements first before the topic of the week.
Exciting announcement.
Do. Wow, there's a lot of announcements this week. Spring. Actually, there's one announcement this week. But in that announcement,
there are lots of things coming up.
It is loaded, man. Six pieces of content.
Well, a little bit more than that. These are new stuffs. For example, they are rebranding the Fat Packs.
Oh yeah, the Kaladesh bundle.
My god, it's essentially a Fat Pack with one extra pack and a little bit more expensive. I wonder if they will change the packaging and the boxes that they give, though.
I hope they don't. I think the boxes are fine. I don't know about that. Okay, so we'll just jump right in. We'll just jump right in.
So we'll do the smaller ones first. The other product that's coming up is the Planeswalker decks.
Yeah, Planes.
No, it's called Planeswalker deck. It's basically it replaces intro packs.
Yep.
That no one buys.
Yes.
Except for the one in Origins, the one with Chandra's parents.
Yeah, man. Hey, I want that. We can't find that anymore, right? I don't think so.
We'll talk about that offline.
Yeah. Oh man, I want one.
Yeah, so I think it's a good move because we all like Planeswalkers.
Yes, exactly.
And according to them, the Planeswalkers in the Planeswalker deck will not be printed anywhere else.
Oh.
Yeah, they're exclusive to the deck.
Oh, I did not read that.
But they will try to make it underpowered, not something that people want to use for actual competitive play, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But it has to appeal to the casual crowd.
Yeah, I think as an introduction, you kind of want to give both players, like if it's an intro pack, like you want to give both players
intro pack. There's only one deck.
This one will be like Nisa versus Ob Nixilis.
No, that's dual deck.
this will be Planeswalker decks, right? So as an introduction to new players, you should give them everything that they can, everything that they can experience.
Yeah.
So Planeswalkers is one of them.
Planeswalker, I think they are like the cornerstones of Magic these days because stories revolve around Planeswalkers. They are like the faces of Magic, basically.
Yeah.
One thing I've noticed is I've been trying to teach a lot of my friends Magic because back home in Ireland I was like the first person to find it, and I was like, hey guys, have a look at this cool game. So, intro packs were a good way to introduce people to many of the basic concepts, but there was always the clause at the end. It's like, but planeswalkers exist and you've never seen those before, and you may never because they're usually expensive. But now this is great because there's a way that you can actually experience those planeswalkers, and it's character relevant for those who like the lore. So I think it's a good move.
Yeah, exactly. You get to experience all of the
and it feels special because Planeswalker in itself is it's a different card type.
Oh yeah,
altogether.
Exactly.
So I think this is good.
It's a good move.
EDH players would probably want these decks for the Planeswalkers.
Just for the Planeswalkers, right? But the Planeswalkers, if they're going to be underpowered, like, it's just for
you
the
never know. I mean, 7 mana Planeswalkers works in EDH.
I'm going to get... Well, that 7 mana Planeswalker, by the way, is like...
Karn is 7 mana.
Karn and Garruk. So those are really very powerful Planeswalkers.
Yeah.
By the way...
in the intro pack, there are specific commons and uncommons that work with the Planeswalker.
Oh,
so apparently
cool.
there's uncommons that you can use to tutor out the specific Planeswalker from that deck.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, okay. Only that specific card. And then there are I read that there are other commons that work when your Planeswalker is in play. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I think they're standard legal too, right?
Even
though they're not going to be printed in...
I think the same as standard legal.
It's the same as those free intro...
Yeah, the free intro packs with like Shivan Dragon
and Terra Stomper,
Sarah Angel,
Senjo
Vampire.
Stuff like
that. The third product that they are revamping is the Deck Builders Toolkit, which was, I think, fine to begin with. So I've
never actually bought one myself.
I
like the box though.
Yeah, the box is very cool. It holds, I think, 2,000 cards, somewhere like that. No, not 2,000 cards. Sorry, it holds about 1,000 cards. You get access to now 285 cards and a few booster packs from the recent sets that you can start building together, which is great. But
are they revamping that?
Yeah, they're revamping that into, I don't know what, just more stuff in the Deck Builders Toolkit, which is okay. That's fine. The fourth product is expansion boosters.
Nope, that's all.
Yeah, that's it.
So these are the side announcements. The main announcements.
Ooh, man. Let's talk about the dual deck first.
Dual deck?
Plane Chase. Okay, let's start with the small one first that we kind of touched on last week. Plane Chase Anthology.
Yeah, we were talking about just last week before the announcement. We were actually talking about.
We called it Plane Shift. I'm sorry, it's supposed to be Plane Chase.
Plane Chase. How because our topic last week was on casual formats.
Yep.
So we're actually talking about Plane Chase. Have you tried Plane Chase, Steve?
I've never tried Plane Chase. No, it looks interesting.
Man,
yeah, it is interesting.
It's hella fun, man.
Plane Chase, and then we were saying how difficult it is to get Plane Chase now because it's very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold, right after we record, when we close
the next day, we saw this announcement.
Dude, not even the next day. That night itself.
Same night, actually.
You guys are like prophets and seers of the future.
Yeah, exactly. Like, give us our Plane Chase cards, and lo and behold, somebody is listening. My laptop is butt. I'm very sure.
And we have Plane Chase Anthology.
Yeah, which will cost a bomb.
I think it'll be quite expensive.
Because the decks inside were expensive. They weren't cheap.
I read that some Plane Chase cards are actually expensive as well.
Specific Plane Chase cards, yeah.
And just because of rarity and...
it's just not printed in...
Anywhere else. Basically.
Anywhere else, yeah, exactly. It's... Man, the first run was a limited run. That's why it's expensive.
We're probably not going to buy that, but it's cool that they're doing that.
I want to share that we can get all the Plane Chase cards because we don't have all the Plane Chase cards. We have 10 out of all.
How often
40.
do we play Plane Chase?
I want to play it again.
How often would you play Plane Chase if you had all of the appropriate
exactly.
cards?
That is the argument I want to make.
We actually had quite a lot of Plane Chase cards.
No, we
Okay.
don't. We have
We have
20. We have
That's
20
more
out of
than
40.
enough, man.
That's not enough. The
more
new
than-
ones are so
We
good.
played less than 10 times with those.
Uh,
Anyway, that's that. Plane Chase Anthology. I think they might
believe
come
the
up with more anthology stuff.
Arc Enemy Anthology.
Arc Enemy Anthology. What else?
I don't know. They had the dual deck anthologies recently. I don't know what kind of anthologies.
From the
they
Vault
have.
Anthology.
Planeswalker, the Planeswalkers decks anthologies. That'll be interesting.
Oh, well.
Yeah, because all the like Elspeth, Kioras and stuff like that. Okay,
And
so
then
we
there
also
is
have
Commander 2016.
yeah, that will be
Oh no, that's 2017, right?
2017.
Yeah. So
no,
it's
2016.
It's releasing this November this year, but I think the actual name of the product is Commander 2017.
Last year was Commander 15, right? No, it's Commander 16.
Oh, okay.
It is.
They always seem to be 1 year ahead. It was the same with the old core sets.
Yeah,
Like
they seem to be
M13
one.
was
in
The
2014.
year they release, the name of the product will be the next year's.
Yeah,
Because
because
it will be valid
Origins,
for the whole year.
Was it?
Origins was 2015 and there was
Oh
M15
yeah,
the
yeah,
year
yeah,
before.
yeah, correct. So this is Commander
Commander 17.
17, yeah.
They're finally printing 4 color commanders.
Woo! Nephilims.
Nephilims. I'm pretty sure the Nephilims are
Nephilims
gonna
just
be.
went up in price. No, they didn't.
I'm pretty sure the
'cause they really
Nephilims are
suck.
gonna be in the decks. Man.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Are we gonna get 4 colored lands? That'll be nice.
Probably not.
Probably not because
So
they just
stupid.
reprint Command Tower.
Yeah, just reprint Commander Tower to Oblivion.
So I suspect
They would reprint some of the earlier three colored commanders. I
okay.
think like Kalian,
Yeah.
hopefully.
all the first run commanders would be nice to have one of them in each deck.
I guess so.
Also, the commanders will probably be 2 colored with 2 color abilities.
That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, that would help in not making it in the casting cost. Although,
Oh, you're right. Actually,
okay, so
now that you
no,
mentioned,
no, maybe the commander itself will be 4 colors, but the second commander
will be 2
colored
colors
with 2 color abilities.
different color abilities.
Yeah, that would be
okay.
nice.
That
Just
that
like
makes sense.
how one of the previous set was, not the previous, the Commander 14, Commander 13 or 14? 13 set was, you'd have also 3 colored commanders, but in your second commander was 2
2
colors.
colors with the other color ability.
Yes, exactly.
I see.
So,
Okay,
that would be
that sounds
useful.
about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving.
Excited about that, of course.
Yeah, of
I
course.
mean, we're big commander players here. Moving on, we have
The next duel deck.
Nisa versus Omnixilis. We'll be replaying that battle way long after we've done with Zendikar and BFZ. This is going to be exactly the same situation where we had Elspeth versus Kiora. Elspeth came out way too late in the cycle to try to drop her price, and that just sunk her post-rotation price. So players that were playing standard that didn't have access to Elspeth were paying exorbitant amounts.
Elspeths were freaking expensive.
Yeah, well,
$20-$30.
exactly. So it's not cheap, man. It was, and by the time that came out, like it didn't have any effect on the inflated prices of Elspeth
Because she's already rotating out.
and she was already rotating out, so people
Yeah.
didn't kind of want to get the decks. And this is the same, almost going to be the same thing. It's going to come out with Kaladesh, which we'll talk about in a while.
Yeah, and with Kaladesh, Zendikar rotates.
Almost. So you've got 6 months to play with this new duo, this new Disa and this new Omnixilis before the duo decks rotate
Well, I
out.
think Omnixilis is obviously they're gonna reprint the one from BFZ.
Yeah, of
For
course.
Nisa, do you think they'll reprint the latest one?
I believe so.
Would they reprint the one from Origins?
No. I don't think so. Because at that point of time, Origins would rotate out.
No, do you
So-
know why? Because
why?
it's too much of a hassle logistically to reprint an alternate art double face foil. That's what I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need one artist to do the exact thing twice, and
It's just manufacturing logistics, I think.
yeah, that's
It's,
true.
and then it's not. It probably doesn't make sense for Wizards cost wise to do that.
Man, Arlene Court The new Alincourt would look nice, even though Alincourt already looks pretty sweet. Just having a second Alincourt would be cool.
Yeah, I look forward to the next dual deck. I think
I am afraid of the situation where Opnic Silis is strangling Nisa, and then we are all going to call it a rape scene. Just
no,
like what happened between Garuk and
they released an art for it.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, the panorama. So it might be.
Okay. So it might be just
this card split into half. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be Nisa. Not Nisa Ravine. Sorry,
the new Nisa. Yeah. Cool. Look forward to that.
Yeah, that would just be the replaying of their battle in the cave at the heart of
Kauni. And with little Eldrazi minions.
No. In the cave itself, in the heart of Kauni, where Nisa was trying to save the heart, and then Opnix is trying to use the heart to regain his spark.
Okay.
Of course, it always ends with Nisa should be, putting all the boulders on Opnix, burying him alive. But we don't know.
Yeah,
that's why we have dual decks.
2016.
Another one coming out is Conspiracy. Take the Crown.
Oh yeah, Conspiracy is this year.
It's this year! Yay! Another Conspiracy.
My money.
My wallet gonna go down.
And Eternal Masters is coming out next month.
I'm not gonna buy any Eternal Masters. Actually, no, I want to draft Eternal Masters and then probably just stop there. Just those set of cards powering up my EDH decks.
Yeah. I want to draft it once. Exactly once.
Exactly once, because that's about how much I can afford, probably.
Exactly.
It's 300. So here in Singapore, it's retailing for $380. 340 for pre-orders.
340 for pre-orders.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like pre-orders and if you buy it
close
right off, it's going to be expensive. It's going to be one of those things that you invest in, just like Modern Masters 1. If you sell a box of Modern Masters 1, it's going to be about $450 today. If you bought it back in the day, it's about $300. So it went up in price by 50% over 4 years.
It only makes sense if you buy a lot, I guess, like buy in bulk.
Yeah,
and then sit on it and then sell it like 1 year later.
No, you gotta sell it a few years later. Then the price will be like gone up.
Yep.
This one, the reason why I say it's the same situation is because it's a limited print run, just like Modern Masters 1. And just like Modern Masters 1, the rise of Legacy is coming. The rise of Vintage is also coming. So you should get on the bandwagon for that. If you are an investor, you should just, buy one entire case. Just sit on it. Like, you will make money out of that. So don't worry. Unfortunately, if you are sitting on Alliances boxes, now's the time to sell them or crack them for your Force of Wills and sell the Force of Wills. So yeah. Moving on. Conspiracy will be fun, I hope. Alright. So we get to, I guess, our main topic
of the week.
There will be 2 sets coming out. First one is Kaladesh, which is the home plane of Chandra, which will come out on September 30th. It will be premiering at PAX West on September 2nd. And Aether Revolt, which will be released on January 20th, 2017.
That's next year.
Yeah, that's next year. That will be the set after Kaladesh. I love the subtitles. I love that they have subtitles for this set. Kaladesh, invent your tomorrow. And Aether Revolt is, it's time to take back the power. Or time to take the power back. You got to take the power.
No idea why you did that accent.
The power.
Arnold.
Yeah, the Arnold accent. It's all about power. I have the power.
Okay, we can stop there.
Alright,
so Kaladesh.
How much do we know about Kaladesh first? That's the thing. So
it's
here
India.
It's India. There is a place in India called Kaladesh, which is in Rajasthan.
Kala where?
Kaladesh.
Kaladesh.
Kala over there.
I know an Indian guy called Chandra, if that counts.
Whoa, okay.
Really?
Alright.
That's cool.
So yeah, we totally whitewashed Chandra at this point. Like, she used to be Indian. She used to be at least Pan-Asian. Look at her parents. Her parents are like those hippie types that look like they're... No offense to Hawaiians.
She still looks Pan-Asian, actually.
She doesn't look Pan-Asian. She's like totally whitewashed now.
She's not. I think it's the hair.
It's the hair?
It's all flames and shit.
No, but Korean and Japanese people always like to put their hair like all yellow.
Trying to go all racial now.
Exactly. So let's read off the Wikipedia here. Kaladesh, first glimpsed in Magic Origins as the birthplace of Chandranala, is an ethnically diverse plane, where natural mages are
They
rare.
had to put that in.
Yeah, because work that would be done with magic on other planes is instead accomplished through devices. The devices are powered by Aether, which is heavily trafficked. Artifacts are built as much for beauty as for function. Fire magic is strictly banned, and pyromancy is punishable with a death sentence. Kaladesh is ruled by consuls. Their forces and works are nearly omnipresent, so they're everywhere. That's all we know about Kaladesh.
So you were saying it sounds like Mirrodin?
Yeah, okay. So the first thing that comes to mind is that this is going to be the set that replaces Mirrodin, because Mirrodin ended with Khan regaining his spark, but
At the expense of Venser?
Yeah, but Mirrodin is just totally screwed. Like, it is gone. It is way forgone for them to save the plane. Just like Dominaria was taken over and then closed down. Mirrodin has become the new Phyrexia, and I don't think there's anything that you can do to save it. So why not start a new artifact plane called Kaladesh, right?
That would make sense.
So the mechanics that came before, do you guys know?
So Sunburst, Metalcraft,
yep,
Living Weapon, Imprint.
Yep.
In fact, it's because of new Phyrexia, so I don't think there will be infract. Proliferate sounds about right.
Yeah, proliferate.
But maybe not infect.
Maybe not proliferate, but the one that makes extra tokens.
We're
going to get
the one
like
that makes
tokens.
extra tokens.
Yeah. Not proliferate. Damn it, the one in Ravnica where you could
Convoke? No.
not convoke. The one that you made extra tokens. You can copy a token.
Populate?
Populate.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
We had
Populate feels like a very green mana stuff.
that might be. Yeah. Anyway.
Phyrexian mana is for sure not coming back.
Yeah, no kidding. I think not for the fact that it's not Phyrexia, but because Phyrexian mana was almost a full mistake on whacky R&D part. And of course, there's the Dark Steel things, which made everything indestructible.
You left something out though. Affinity for artifacts.
Oh yeah, affinity.
Yeah. So affinity was an archetype in modern, an archetype when Mirrodin was standard.
So from this list, what do you think might come back? What do you guys?
I think
imagine?
Metalcraft might come back.
Yeah, I believe so. There will be something that will be quite in line with artifacts.
It's when you control more than
three or more artifacts, then it does something else.
Yeah, then I think Metalcraft sounds like a good target to a good mechanic to reintroduce.
I don't think any of these other mechanics might come back. Maybe Sunburst. So the Kaladesh, the art that they showed is very colorful, and like the wiki said, machines were built for both form and function. So
as you can see on Saheeli Rai's face,
that's the new Planeswalker.
She has little a cool ornament on her cheek, like a hairpin, but goes to her cheek.
All the cheek, right? I thought it was the art for Topter Call Center.
Topter Call Center.
Topter Call Center, because she's Indian and then she's got
no.
Man,
that's
I'm gonna
horrible.
get so
That's
many
horrible.
hate mail for this.
It's cool they are trying to make this more diverse as well.
Yes,
in terms of
not
they're
just
introducing
gender,
Indians,
but also,
people of different color.
Yes, not just.
Do we have Asians yet?
Americans. Yeah, we do.
Sarkhan is kind of.
Yeah,
Sarkhan.
The entire plane of
Khan is Mongolians and you're right.
Yeah, Takir is
Snapcaster Mage is an Indian. until he became black.
The snap custom mage?
No, he was Asian until he became black.
Oh yeah.
The original was a invitational card, and then
Tiago Chan, man.
yeah, and then the promo was the black caster.
Black custom mage. Yeah. Oh snap!
It's
custom
cool that
mage.
they are doing this. Like Wizards is actively doing things like that as well.
Yeah, I mean
To be
we've
like
seen
gender
it.
inclusive, to be race inclusive.
Yeah, we've seen it happen since Khan's Otake, and that was that was very put forward. Like her story, from her art, you
talking
couldn't
about
tell.
Alicia, right?
Yeah, from her art, you couldn't tell Alicia, but when you went into the story, you found out that hey, this girl is actually a dude who is actually still a dude but dressed up as a girl, or so that's really cool. Callbacks to people in our community like Erin Campbell and the works.
Back to Kaladesh.
Yeah, back to Kaladesh. So we don't know much about Kaladesh. Now we're going to imprint, see what I did there, our own thoughts on what might happen in Kaladesh. Steve, let's start with you. I see you have a small piece of paper that you have written all the things that you want happen in Kaladesh. Yeah.
So many things. I'm going to go out on a limb and be completely Illuminati-esque for the moment, and really, I'm going to say that I hope that Mark Rosewater has solved contraptions for Kaladesh.
Contraptions?
Contraptions. So, if you remember from Future Sight, there was a card, I think it's called Goblin Rigger?
No, Steam Flogger Boss.
Steam Flogger Boss. Oh, well, his creature type is Goblin Rigger, I think.
Yeah, Goblin Rigger.
Yeah. And so, whenever you would assemble a contraption, I think you assemble two of them instead. Basically, Wizards of the Coast made it as a complete joke, but then the community were like, hey, we want to see contraptions someday. And Mark Rosewater has vowed to solve contraptions before his retirement.
What the hell is a contraption?
We don't know.
No, it just...
No, it was made as a joke just to get people confused and wondering about what it is. So I think and I hope that this will be the set, because, Kaladesh, we get the feeling it's a kind of an artifact-y plane, so maybe there'll be some sort of contraptions or combining artifacts to make a super artifact and
Yeah, that's along one of the ideas that I have, which is basically a Voltron, that you can assemble artifacts together and becomes more powerful, just like the
Sword of Keldra, the helm of Keldra, and a shield of Keldra.
That's your collection of armor, but this is you can combine the artifacts together and they become bigger creatures, like bending, So if I pay contraptions, so you can pay two mana, and then these two artifacts combined, they become a 2/2 flyer. Or if one had flying and one was a 2/2, you can combine them, then they you get power and toughness of one, and then you get the abilities of the other. That would be really fun.
Yeah, I think in a previous statement, Mark Rosewater did say that Kaladesh was the set where they solved a long-standing design issue. And so, of course, everyone jumped on the bandwagon thinking, oh my god, this could mean contraptions. And I really hope it's contraptions, just because. It's probably not, but it would be awesome. And what you just described would really fit the description of what I'd imagine contraptions would be.
It's like a Voltron-ish thing, right?
Yep.
No, you have the core. So you'd have, you have the core, and then you'd have to summon the legs, and then the hands, and then I'll form the head. Never mind, you guys.
And then we have Iron Man, Mark something.
Then you can have Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3. Oh, that would be really fun. But those are very specific cards that you need to combine. That's more what's that? What's that card in Yu-Gi-Oh? The one where you have to combine all the 5
Some
Exodia.
I don't know. But I know what you're talking about. There's
Exodia,
5 pieces of the left, right arm, and then the left, right leg, and body, and the head.
And then from the head, and suddenly...
I hope we...
Then we need the swords.
Yeah. That would be really strange. It's like on your battlefield, you just have spare limbs floating around. It's what are you even doing?
Any other...
oh yeah, for sure.
Man, you have...
I have a lot of stuff written down here. I think there should be some interesting reprints. So I'm wondering if anything from Origins that was based in Kaladesh, like Hangerback Walker or Girapur Ether Grid or something, I wonder if any of those will be reprinted. Or maybe...
Okay, so 2 cards.
I think some of the cards that produce top Topter tokens might be reprinted. The uncommon
Hangerback Walker maybe? Topter Engineer. Topter Engineer is definitely from
Engineer is the
Kaladesh.
red one, right? There is a blue one that's 4 mana.
The
Whirler Rogue, is it?
Yeah, Whirler Rogue.
yeah.
I thought that's a good card for reprint.
The only cards in Origins, okay, so the only cards that reference Kaladesh were in Origins, and 2 of them are Artificer's Epiphany and Chief of the Foundry. And I think Chief of the Foundry is a fantastic reprint to print out in the set. It will be a
Artifact lot.
Yeah, artifact lot, because this set has a lot of artifacts, and that will be nice. Although a different version of Chief of the Foundry, maybe if they give them +1/+1 and a special ability.
I think they'd have to move it to rare in that case.
Yeah, that's fine.
It'll be
it's like Automaton.
The other lots, basically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, actually, Steel Overseer sounds like a good reprint to bring down the price as well.
Yeah, that would be nice. But who the hell plays Modern nowadays anyway?
Lots of people
except for everybody, yeah.
Except for
everybody.
Okay, so yeah, those are the only 2 cards that do reference Kaladesh, and I don't know. Some reprints from Origins would be nice, but I don't think that would be the case.
I think, seeing as Kaladesh, it's got this kind of Indian theme going, and it's also got this steampunk theme going.
Yep.
I think Ornithopter with just new kind of art from, like, I don't know, Leonardo da Vinci, great engineer and artist from Renaissance era. I think
was the original art.
Yeah, the original art for Ornithopter, I think, could maybe come back in this set, because Thopters, artifacts.
No, but the style is different, man. The style for Kaladesh is very, very organic shapes, a lot of curves. Yeah, so
That's true.
Yeah, the Kaladesh Topters looks very different.
Man,
that's very true.
Damn cool, man. The Topters are like little darts with wings.
Perhaps Ornithopter with just updated Kaladesh style art then.
Karnatopter.
It looks like a drone.
Oh yeah,
a drone with a camera attached.
Oh
and
man,
like
how about drone with a payload? And then you can crash the Topter, so you can cast if you. Oh, that would be a nice reprint. The 2 mana sacrifice artifact, and then you can deal 5 to the face.
Shrapnel Blast,
yeah. So that would be really fun. You swing in with the Topter, you deal 1 damage, and after that you cast Shrapnel Blast. So it's like a drone with a payload.
If it's
a cruise missile.
If it's an artifact set, I think they might not reprint Shrapnel Blast because it's
too good.
It's too good in an artifact set, basically.
That's true. How about Ensoul Artifact?
That's interesting.
And those are all cards that we want to.
But Ensoul Artifact, it's basically blue magic, blue mana.
Yeah.
Animating an artifact, but in these planes they use all the contraptions to make that magic.
Oh,
right. So it's a little bit reverse.
Oh yeah, that's true. How about are we going to see the reprint or the functional use of not Mox Opal, a colorless mana symbol? Because this is going to be in the same set with BFZ.
Oh, okay.
So we might see
the lands with colorless mana symbols.
We'll definitely see the lands with colorless cards with colorless mana
Probably
symbols.
not.
Why not?
Because I think cards with that particular colorless mana symbol
apply only to Eldrazi.
To Eldrazi's, yeah.
Well, we're definitely going to see more lands with colorless come out so that they can support maybe Reality Smashers and Thought-Knot Seers and the like. But it would be nice to see cards that do have colorless mana symbols. More of, maybe not so much Eldrazi-ish, but more of this Aether thing, which everybody can use. So Aether is this colorless force that drives all these machines. So yeah. Story. How about story-wise? Do we have anything that we want to see? We know that it's Kaladesh, Invent Your Tomorrow, and then the Aether Revolt, which is basically Rise of Machines, or at least the take back the power, give the power to the people. So stop trafficking the Aether. So anything story-wise we want to see. I want to see... Well, we're going to see Chandra, I hope.
I hope not.
Why not? Chandra will be...
Well, okay.
She'll confirm
It's her home plane, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a high chance that...
We know that there's a new planeswalker this time, which is, what's her name? Sahili Rai. So she looks Izzet. But I hope she's not.
90% sure. Just look at her clothes. There's blue and there's red.
There's blue, red, and gold on her clothes, right?
And confirm it's some Izzet going on there. I just hope she has like a third color though. Like maybe white. So she's like a 3-color walker. Yeah, a Jeskai walker. Oh no, actually we have Jeskai walkers already.
We do?
No,
Narset is not a Jeskai walker. She's a Ojutai walker.
Oh yeah, you're right.
She's a Jutai walker.
She's Azorius walker.
Yeah. So I don't think you push... The only 3-colored walker we have... No, sorry. 2 3-colored walkers.
Sarkhan,
we have Sarkhan and we have Nicobolas. So these are the only 3-colored walkers that we have. Having her to be a 3-colored walker, that would be interesting.
She looks underwhelming. She better be powerful.
She's going to summon Topters. So she's going to have the Airstrike. And then, just summon like 1/1 flyers. So her plus ability may be like summon 1/1 flyers.
I hope she's an artifact tutor.
Yeah, like, her minus ability should be an artifact tutor.
Like, who's the Tezzeret? The blue Tezzeret.
Yeah. And, well, her ultimate probably is just to summon the drones and then just bomb the shit out of everything.
Maybe.
Airstrike, yeah.
Airstrike.
So, well, we're probably going to see Chandra again. Are we going to see another Jace?
I hope not. I don't think it would fit if this new Planeswalker is supposedly going to be... Is it colored? Yeah, I think that'd be kind of... Actually, this is something I've been thinking about is... It seems... All we know about it so far is that it's going to be really artifact-based and blue and red are probably going to feature prominently. I've been thinking about what the other colours will look like, and it's been kind of difficult seeing as we know so little, but I've had some thinking about it. I'd be interested to know if you guys have been thinking.
The Kaladesh... Okay, so we've seen the Kaladesh Wilds.
Yes,
and they have
Chandra's
beasts.
Origin.
Yeah, they have beasts and, the beasts or the animals in there are untouched by man. They are very wild, and I expect them to be, just straight, very
just
plain,
green,
very
basically.
Forward green. Yeah, green. Double green for like a Baloth.
Naturalized will be reprinted. Again,
not naturalized. What's the one that destroys all artifacts? That would be nice to
Creeping Corrosion.
Creeping Corrosion as a rare.
It was a rare.
Yeah.
So that sounds good. True, actually.
But yeah, so
actually, that's a good
green
question.
Probably going to be more of just the nature of Kaladesh, which is present. It is not like the entire world is a metallic world. How about black though? We haven't seen much.
I'm not sure how black.
How about black
in here?
There is a black market. No pun intended.
To the buying and selling of ether.
Yes, exactly. Okay. So there is a black market for that. So there's definitely going to be shady characters. So we definitely going to see black in that. I think very similar to what we saw in Ravnica, where we have all those like peddlers and stuff like that. So we might see very similar characters, and they'll probably be human, unless of course all the planes are now like merging together. Emrakul is here, and we're gonna have like zombies and stuff like that. But I doubt zombies will appear, right? You guys think
you never
so?
know. Maybe like artificial
zombies,
enhanced
robot zombies.
Merged with ether, yeah.
zombie robots or robot zombies.
Terminators.
Oh man, that would be cool. That would be hella cool, man. Like you have people who can assemble
T2000.
Yeah. That would be in Aether Revolt. So it's the humans versus the consoles versus the Terminators. So like everybody's just fighting, and of course we know Terminators will win.
And we are gonna die.
Yeah. And then we will travel back in time to go and get John Connor to survive.
I have an idea on white though. So white is gonna be the consoles,
Yes, that's a good idea. That's a good way to put it. Just law abiding.
You know why I know?
Why?
Because there is a cut. It's Consul's lieutenant.
Oh man.
So it's white. It's in Origins. It's white. It's obviously cuts from. The characters look like they are from Kaladesh actually. They were featured in the story. They were the ones chasing after Chandra.
Chandra's parents, Chandra and Chandra's parents, yeah.
So that will be the white part of Kaladesh.
Did we talk about blue? So the blue and red, just the artifacts, artificers, pyromancers, yeah. There will be this pyromancer revolt, I'm very sure. I'm not sure if Sahili Rai will be a pyromancer, but Chandra will probably come back one of these days after Zendika, and she will just, rain fire onto all these people for killing her parents. So yeah. I hope she does. And Jace will probably be there, because Jace and Chandra are now a thing. You do realize, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, because Liliana just told Jace to FO.
I thought Chandra and Nissa were a thing.
No, sorry.
Chandra and Nissa.
Whoa. No, but look at the Zendika resurgence art. And you can
smiling,
see, like,
making faces.
Yeah, man. Like, Chandra is totally checking Jace out. And now that Jace and Liliana are no longer a thing, so yeah, it's going to be Chandra and Jace, right?
So Steve, what are your thoughts on the other colors in Kaladesh?
I've been having trouble trying to think about it. It's just, I'm really hoping we see a new kind of unique plane-specific creature. Probably for green, I guess. Yeah, just because it seems like the plane is going to be made up of big cities, and then, as we saw in Chandra's origin story, outside of that, there's just like untouched wilds, like, and lots of stuff that's yet to be explored, I guess. So I'm thinking there might be some interesting design space here for green to have unique things, but I'm not really sure what those things are.
Cyborg leopards.
Cyborg leopards.
Yeah. I don't know. Machine and
So I don't remember, but in Chandra's origin story, were the wilds mentioned?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She got into she had to face off with a leopard, scythe leopard somewhere in the wild.
So the wilds were untouched at all.
Correct.
Not even a little bit of metal.
No.
They were very, very infrequent villages from what I remember.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a very strange juxtaposition where you have extremely untouched wilds.
It looks like a main city, and then the wilds
and then
are just
forests,
around,
forests
like
all
a
around.
little part. And then
Exactly.
probably within the forest there's like swamp.
Probably.
I'm guessing.
Like,
So
if they
that's
go
where the
further
black green,
out.
the black comes in as well.
It seems also that since we were going to touch exact colors, right, the enemy color pairs will come out this set. That'll be nice to see. Having the enemy colored lands as well.
The enemy color lands are still around, right?
But they're in uncommon slots, and they are, the rare ones are the man lands.
Oh, okay.
That might tie in to this set as well. It would be nice to have the Oath lands. The Oath, was it Oath lands? Sorry, the SY lands. The ones where you have
The
to
uncommons.
reveal. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
the reveal.
the rare ones where you put into play tapped unless you reveal a plane.
It's called show lands.
Show lands.
Yeah.
Show lands.
Oh yeah. Enemy colored show lands would be cool.
Yeah, that would be nice. To just complete out the set. Yeah.
I don't know why, but I have a sneaking suspicion that we might see Skrylands on this set.
Skrylands.
Skrylands.
Whoa. Okay.
We've had all 10 of them.
We
already,
have.
right?
I think it might be a good time to reprint them because.
What, they were just here? They just left. They just left.
I know, but I think it would be. I don't know. There's just something in my mind telling me that it might actually be a good fit for them in this set. I mean, I'm probably wrong, but there's something telling me that it could actually happen. I just want to go on record as having said it in the off chance that I'm right.
There's one last thing I really do want to talk about, which is the idea of like invent your tomorrow. And just like we were talking about the Voltron thing, right? I think modular artifacts are going to be a thing. So there might be
modular is an
Modular was
Modular is an ability.
Modular
It
is
was
an ability. So, but the idea of like modular artifacts, so you can sacrifice an artifact and then it does, A, B, C, or D, and then it permanently has this ability. So it's like Mer Welder. So I'm just predicting probably a card here, or like a set of abilities where you can
Actually, modular might have a good chance of coming back as well. Yeah, because all the modular creatures look like they are artifacts with
swirly edges,
magic spliced onto it.
Yeah.
So like,
splicing.
No, as in they were being held together by magic, basically. All the Arcbound creatures.
Oh yeah.
They look like that, basically.
They look all curvy and stuff, and maybe not
metal,
curvy, but
all around, and then in the inside it looks like mana.
Like Aether powering it.
Yep.
That'll be nice.
Modular would be a cool. Arcbound Ravager.
Arcbound Ravager reprint? No,
Nah,
they've already said that we are not going to reprint modern cards.
They changed their mind a lot.
Yeah, that's true. As we've seen like 2 weeks ago. Do we have any other thoughts on
Steven, do you have any other thoughts on Kaladesh?
Not offhand.
Okay. What about? So are we moving on to Aether Revolt?
No, I mean like Aether Revolt will be the rise of the machines. We're gonna get. Well, we've been talking about like just the whole idea of Kaladesh anyway. So
and then Aether Revolt will be T2000.
Yes, exactly. T2000s, T3000s. The model.
What is the
one
liquid?
with the boobs.
The liquid metal.
That's a T2000 model.
That's T2000.
Is that T1000? T2000.
No,
It's a
T2000.
Is the one with the boobs.
It's the liquid metal.
So T3000s are the ones with the boobs.
I have no idea.
What's the name? I forget what's the name anyway. I hope some of the things that we talked about will come out in Kaladesh. Especially the what you were mentioning, the Voltron-ish,
I will be so happy if contraptions are a thing.
Yeah, man, that would be really quite cool. Like you can assemble a contraption and then have it on the board, just like a ticking time bomb. That'll be really nice. Like you can sacrifice X number of artifacts to it. And then finally, when you remove the last counter, you can deal like 10 damage.
And then clues will be a thing because clues are artifact.
Yes. That would be very, very nice.
Yes. I think this set is actually going to play really well with the Innistrad block because, artifact creatures will really help with Delirium, and then we have clues that are also artifacts. I'm sure there'll be new ways to like interact with artifacts. So
Delirium. Artifact creatures are two types.
Watsy, you are getting it right. You are doing it right.
Looking forward to this.
On the gameplay aspect, on the human aspect, you guys need a lot more work. So let's end our discussion here. But before we go, I'd like to tell you a little bit more about our show. Remember, you've been watching the Power 9 podcast, or you've been listening to the Power 9 podcast, and thanks for listening. Every week you can find our episodes on power9podcast.com, mtgcast.com, iTunes, and if you're on iTunes, please leave us a review. Or you can find us on any of the podcast services anywhere. You can also find us on YouTube. Just search in Power 9 Podcast. Please subscribe so we can just change the damn name of the YouTube channel. The more people we have subscribed to it, the more we can do with it. You can also find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Power9Podcast. You'll get all the updates from there. And you can also find us on Instagram. We show off our foil rares and mythics and other nice foils that we have at Power9Podcast. And you can find us on Twitter at Power9Podcast.
The 9 is the number 9.
Yeah. You can find myself at The Asian Judge. You can find Edwin at
Edwin TCW.
The Cunning
Wolf. That's on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TCW stands for The Cunning Wolf. No. The Cunning
Steven,
Werewolf.
where can we find you?
I don't even know where I can find me.
Oh,
Okay.
man. You can find
That's a
him.
good one, man.
You can find him here. Like
Yes,
here?
exactly.
Where's here?
Yeah,
exactly.
At Grail the Games. Yeah.
Yeah, you can also find us streaming on Twitch, twitch.tv/TheAsianJudge. We do it every week. We're doing it regularly now if you like Magic content. Especially on Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Singapore time, we have the SCG game nights. It's very lively. And I find that I like that the most of all our Twitch streams. If you've only got 3 hours to dedicate, only 3 hours, you should tune into that one. So yeah, any closing comments before we leave?
Contraptions,
please.
Play more Magic.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah. Now I'm on the bandwagon. Contraptions, please.
Steam Flogger boss already spiked.
Yeah.
Due to speculations. I mean, it's not expensive. The thing is, even if it spikes, even if there is contractions,
is it going to make it into modern?
It's
No.
not even. It's probably not going to make it standard.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you have very strong.
You're not going to reprint the damn
theme
card
around it.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening. We do appreciate you listening, and thanks, Steve, for coming onto the show.
Thank
not
you.
a problem. Glad to.
Yeah. We want to have you more on the show, especially the ones where we talk about judge-related stuff, because this one's not very useful when it comes to judging. Oh, really? You can do this? Yeah, you can.
I don't even play Magic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just like
here because
show cards and like shuffle.
I'm just here because you have no friends, man.
Oh, I need friends. Please be my friend. Anyway, so for myself, Steven, and Edwin, we are signing off.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Ciao. I was streaming Valkyria Chronicles, and I did not realize that game like kicks your ass. Like it just hands you your ass. I had to restart a few stages like 3 times on the stream because I just didn't understand. I really don't understand what the hell is happening. Oh, you're supposed to stop the tank. How the am I supposed to stop the tank? And then later on they reveal, 5 turns later they reveal, the radiator comes up so you can stop the tank that way. F*** you. Stupid game.